Right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm not even joking to you guys. I've walked through the door, said hello to my missus, and then literally jumped live. I don't even know how this live stream is going to go because I set it up on my phone as I was leaving work. So I don't know how many people are going to turn up. I also don't know if anyone's going to turn up, actually. So do share the stream out. Let people know we're live. Bitcoin's obviously going absolutely insane. The crypto market is exploding in price, which we're going to dive into and everything else. But like I said, I am so far behind right now in terms of just being set up. So forgive me, all right? Because nothing is going to be set. I'm not even live on TikTok right now. I can't even tell you. Literally, I've flown through. I literally flew home on a magic carpet ride like you couldn't believe. I don't even have a thumbnail, I think, attached to this live stream. So we're going to do that as well, all right? We're just going to try and... We're basically doing it on the fly, everybody, all right? We're doing it on the fly. So let me... you just have to bear with me, all right? So like I said, share the stream out. Let people know we're live. I need to change this and pick something that is appropriate. So if I edit... Can I change the thumbnail on this while we're live? Wow, I mean, who knows what I've even done here, to be honest. Thumbnail, change. Okay, this is appropriate. Right, thumbs. What do we need to look like? What do we need it to look like? Man, I don't even have a good one. Okay, here we go. This one's, let's do this. Okay, fine. There we go. Playlists, crypto live streams, done. And okay, bro, this is awful. Right, anyway, okay, we're sort of sorted, I think, anyway. I think. So, yeah, anyway, share the stream out, do all that kind of good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Lots to dive into, lots to get involved in. Let me just bring this up. Obviously, you guys can't see me. There I am. And I need to change this window to this. This. Is that working? Oh, come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? There we go. Okay. Price. Overlay. And chat. All right. I think we're there. Everybody. I think we're there. Here we are. Behave. Did y'all think about? All right. Cool. Oh, God, we made it. We made it. Sort of. Man, Bitcoin is going wild. I'm not even joking. Normally, I would be like, I literally can't make... I was having to do an appeal for someone who got fired and they didn't want to get fired. But I was like, man, I just don't even know if I can make it. But then I looked at the market and I was like, bro, you can't not stream when the market is literally losing its mind right now. BTC nearly 8%. Ethereum back above 12. Solana looking at 13%. Cardano, of all things, up nearly 20% on the day. Even some of those coins we bought the other day, Pepe is now up 10, Bonk up 16. Turns out they were pretty good ideas. Turns out we nailed those, albeit we probably should have FOMO'd in. Now, many people might be thinking, oh, here comes the big announcement. 2bit's going to completely change. But I'm not, by the way. I'm absolutely in a world where I still stand by the fact I think we're going lower, all right? Many people think I'm a crazy person, but I don't. I think I'm pretty much right. So anyway, we'll get into kind of what's been going on and certainly kind of dial in. Okay, we're now officially live on TikTok. Just shout out to all the TikTok fam as well. And you guys, how many people are here, by the way? Just let me know if you're in the chat. It does feel a little bit quiet in the chat, but I don't know if that's just my screen that's been a bit weird. So let me know you're here, guys. Obviously, I know it's been a pretty epic kind of setup for this stream. But yeah, I'm hoping everyone can kind of see it. Everyone can kind of jump in and we're all good. All right. All the fam are jumping in on TikTok as well. Welcome, TikTok. All right. I think we're there. I don't have anything prepped for this. We're just going to walk through. Now, I wanted to get the 21. Oh, yes, look at this. 21 EMA. Nice. This is, do I want the EMA? I'll probably want the 21 SMA. Is that something I can have? Maybe not. Okay, maybe we stick this on there. Oh, nice. Nice. 21 EMA cloud. Oh, I don't want that. All right. Don't matter. I'll come back to that. So, yeah. So anyway, Bitcoin totally losing its mind. The crypto market totally losing its mind. Gold not losing its mind. Interesting to think about. As well as silver holding up around $88. Stock market is doing some things, but yeah, It's kind of wild out there in the markets. The big question is why? Why all of a sudden is BTC breaking out? Now, we did actually print a very interesting pattern here on the charts. Obviously, you guys can't see it, TikTok. Bear with me 1 second. This is like incredibly stressful right now. What caused the mine today? I don't know, bro. I honestly do not know. Like I said, I've been in like all sorts of corporate stuff today that I haven't really done. So we're gonna walk through it this evening together. Let's try and understand exactly what's going on. Let's try and depict it, because everyone's going to be saying, oh, the bull market's back, the bear market's over. Don't be fooled, all right? Don't be fooled. There's a bit around Ethereum. I don't even think it's on the back of Trump's State of the Union speech, albeit it was kind of wild last night if you think about it. I don't think it's that. The markets, did a big move last night. We were sort of touching on it later on. Sort of later on in the day, and actually Bitcoin rallied quite significantly, then took a massive dump, and actually did dump through the course of the day, and then all of a sudden has skyrocketed, but there's no real reason for it, okay? No real reason other than, and again, it's whether you believe it to be the case or not, Jane Street. We talked about this, if you remember, 2 nights ago. Are Jane Street the real reason markets have finally been allowed to unshackle? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe they're not dumping billions of dollars. I think what's interesting is we are seeing institutional buying start to come back in as well, which is kind of good news. And there are a couple of other things that we'll sort of talk about and we'll sort of get a view. Nothing that we haven't been discussing here on the channel, all right? So Wall Street buying, if you caught my videos talking specifically about actually what was happening in the crypto markets, and we've been kind of talking about this now for, man, at least a week, probably even longer actually, that while ever retail is freaking out, while ever we are seeing all this selling pressure that's coming in, institution and big money are buying. They're simply buying the dip, okay? It's an important thing to reference because so many people are ultimately not watching it. Now, again, it's dead easy to see. You simply go over to my channel and you see all of the content I've been putting out. Look at some of these thumbnails, by the way. This is all me that are putting these thumbnails out. But, we were talking about some of these last moves coming in. We were talking about the crypto must crash before the next rally. Again, we were talking, even this video here, the dip is engineered. Watch what happens next. I mean, I couldn't have been any more honest when we sort of talked about a couple of these again. So do I think this is like it? It's like, oh, the M pattern played out and now we're just going to go to the moon. No, I still think we're coming back down again. I'm still sat there. We bought the other day. I was open with you guys that, we bought a little bit of Pepe. We bought a little bit of Bonk, nothing like super crazy, nothing untoward. Maybe we should have bought a bit more. I don't know. Potentially. That was probably the thing, but we didn't. But this is a very interesting market. Anyway, we're going to get into why, because I think that is worthwhile discussing. Obviously, lots of people have their opinions. I think the best place to start, though, would be here. And let's go and see what's going on from a, I guess, from a trading velocity. I mean, look at this. $480 million in short liquidations is bullish. I mean, it's kind of bullish. Because ultimately what that tells us is that short traders got wrecked. People were absolutely anticipating this market to dump heavy, and it didn't. And we've sort of looked at that. We've looked particularly what's been going on. But where I think it gets a bit more interesting is when you start to look at ETFs. And yesterday we saw inflows. I absolutely expect today to be inflows, by the way. I totally expect it to be a pretty big day of inflows coming into the market. It's all a bit flat right now, but I think so. Yesterday we got, some very interesting 257 milli coming into these markets. So, look out for that because I think we're going to start to see this push. But like I said, there's lots of debate right now that this Jane Street idea is essentially kind of one of the crazy things that's been going in. They're not and haven't been allowed to simply dump on the market. In fact, they're being sued right now, which I think is almost hilarious. But don't get into this world where you are naively believing that this bear market is over. In fact, I talked about this earlier on my Bitcoin update in the fact that, look, the 4-year cycle historically tells us that we generally see between 365 and 400 days bear market to bear market, okay? Or top to bottom, all right? And kind of play it out that way. So, that's kind of where I still believe we're sat, and I still believe that's what's going to play out over the course of it. But as we've said, wherever there is opportunity in the market, people are scooping that opportunity up, and they're scooping it up pretty significantly. What's wild today, like we said, is there isn't really anything happening. I mean, I'm sure people are talking about it here on YouTube going, oh my God, like crypto's going to the moon. Like, let's see what people are talking about. Crypto about to bounce. Bitcoin bounce. Urgent. Bitcoin is trapping you. I mean, in fairness, the Moonshine Crypto Kid actually feel like they're on it. manipulation over. You know, these are the problems. Crypto is on fire. Find out why, Austin. Tell us. All right, tell us. That's the important thing. But look at this wick down here. That's how you know that this is absolutely not the most genuine of moves that we've seen. Although that kind of doesn't quite feel right. That's on the 2-day chart, in fairness. So, yeah, kind of interesting. How's the yen versus the dollar? Pretty flat, in fairness. Japanese yen 680, down 0.6%, as is AMD, which is kind of wild. Stock markets, gold, traditional finance, pretty boring, all right? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, absolutely losing its mind right now. So, yeah, hilarious. Hilarious, if you ask me. By the way, don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Honestly, I've absolutely flown home from where I was. And, yeah, let me know you're in the chat as well, by the way. Chat feels a little bit quiet considering how many people are in the live stream right now. So just let me know, chat, that you're here. Obviously, I set this all up on my phone, so I'm not quite sure how it's all working. But yeah, anyway, let me know you guys are here. I'd appreciate it. As Xmind says, he's present and accounted for. So yeah, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Selmo's here as well. Good to see you, Selmo. Tibber's here. What's going on, buddy? Bod XRP in the building. Tim Shea, as always, keeping it in and keeping it held down. So yeah, long or short, bro. I mean, personally, my view is this is a very crazy move. And if you look historically where we got the bottom push to the top, this is in my view, a short trade opportunity. Would I be going all in and trading this to the max? No, but you know, this doesn't make any sense at all. This is a very bizarre move. And the fact that no one really knows what it is probably tells me even more so that this doesn't make any sense. And you could argue maybe it's on the back of Trump's announcement yesterday. Doesn't feel like it. You know, maybe there are some big corporations. I mean, I did think about this the other day. Maybe there's like some sort of big announcement going to come out, some big treasury company, you know, that have been buying it, maybe. But it doesn't feel like it right now. It doesn't feel like it. And even if you were to look at headline stories, just as an example, look at this. There's nothing going on. Negative funding rate drives short positions in Bitcoin futures. Well, they just got nuked. Bitcoin treasury shakeup. GD Culture approved to sell entire 7,500 BTC reserve. So, you know, for me, this is a very manufactured move. I think doesn't mean that it can't go. But then you say, well, why is it manufactured? Like, what are people doing? Like, what's going on? And that's where it plays into what we've been talking about now for about the last couple of months. In that Wall Street, so these are cryptocurrency VC capital investments, they are buying the dip. And we've been saying this for a while. Like, they are buying the dip. And I think this is the problem that that many people probably don't realize. Essentially, Apollo struck a deal to support on-chain lending markets for the first time in history. The deal allows Apollo to acquire up to 90 million Morpheo tokens over the next 48 months, just before BlackRock announced it's purchasing Uni tokens alongside the integration of its tokenized BUIDL fund into Uniswap, where it'll be traded by institutions. So this whole concept right now is that lots of desire is to pump the crypto market. Like, hey, BTC is going. But this is my opinion only, that, you know, these moves are very deliberate. They're purposeful. And in my view, they are absolutely driven to capture your bags. You know, it doesn't make any sense when you look at the charts. This makes no sense. And I think the point here is that so many people are desperate for a move up. They're desperate for the market to push higher. They're desperate for, you know, this kind of FOMO and, oh my God, like I need to recoup some of my losses. That people are going to FOMO the shit out of this. And I think, unfortunately, they're going to get wrecked. You know, BTC's moved 8%. Like, think about that. It's absolutely crazy considering they move on it. But like I said, the big day will always be what happens tomorrow. Again, if you go back, we obviously got the big pump there. We got a big dump halfway back down, and then we sort of came back. So within, you know, from sort of February the 5th to bottom in at February the 24th, that's 19 days, just under 3 weeks, we were back to basically the bottom. All right. So, you know, I wouldn't be in a world too much as a significant reversal right now, because, yeah, we need to see way more upside momentum in my opinion. All right. Just my opinion, like I said. So yeah, what is going on with the chat, by the way? Is the chat set to some like subscribers or something? No, anyone's can participate. Why is the chat so quiet tonight? There's 180 people in the stream right now, and the chat is literally doing nothing. Like, what's up with you guys? Come on, people, give me your opinions. BTC's going to the moon, everybody. I mean, I don't know if it is, but I mean, it certainly feels like it. Top chats, live chat. Am I just missing something? It doesn't look like, no, it doesn't look like I'm missing something. All right, maybe it's just you guys. Maybe it's just you guys that are being a bit quiet tonight. But hey, it's fine. You know, don't stress it. Don't stress it. I'm shy. X-Mind. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Skullcrusher says they're all staring at the chat. Yeah. Everyone's going, what do you mean? Aerodrome's up 12% and Monad's up 10%. Like, what the hell, bro? Yeah, some of these are wild. Some of these are wild. And then Christian comes in and he's like, TA on XRP. I mean, XRP, look, you can TA what you want at the minute. This move doesn't make any sense. So, you know, we had this on the charts, bouncing off the 786 Fibonacci there at XRP, breaking a couple of really important key supports right now. So, yeah, 143 at the 0.5 break above, which probably means we probably come down and retest this line here on XRP. But yeah, I mean, look, it's looking great, but still understand it's down on the week, it's down on the month, it's down on the year, it's down on the 3 months. So, you know, people can get as excited as they want about this. It's still very much a strange move, if I'm dead honest. I mean, I'm half tempted to short BTC right now from like 69.2. Could be interesting. Well, I did take a short last night. Nothing super crazy, but I did take a short on Bitunix. I don't know if any of you guys have signed up to Weex yet. There's some really good stuff over there as well, so you should check it out. But yeah, Bitunix, we were doing quite a bit of my trading. Link in the description, as is the Weex link. I think they might not be actually thinking about it, but yeah, if we take a look here on the Bitunix, just look how insane that move is on the 15-minute. Kind of wild, but you can see where just some of these trades, I took a short trade here, so this kind of worked out pretty nicely on this dump here. So I bought the bottom, I bought the top here, this short traded this down. This was a decent short trade as well, which was kind of nice. And obviously that big trade we did the other day where we took 2 lots of margin out was kind of cool. So, you know, some decent trades. It wasn't like the soup, wasn't like anything crazy. $100 here, you know, $100 there, $100 everywhere. If you want to join me over there, by the way, do check out the link in the description. I think it's there. If it's not, then go to my X account. In fact, I can pin this in the chat somewhere. I can put it in the chat if you want to come and join me. There we go. Let me put that in there. Let me put that in there. And let me click here. And, oh, yeah, it's in there. Oh, yeah, Weex is in there. All right, cool. Yeah, so it's all in there. So you can grab the links to both Weex and Bitunix out there. But I mean, this would be a definite tempting on the short trade, wouldn't it? If you go for a macro side of things, here on the 15-minute chart, you know, what do you see here, importantly enough? Well, arguably, you know, that kind of feels like it's the range. You know, you take a short from 69.150, perhaps. I mean, it could, you know, maybe you could take a long from 68.590. However, I do think that this potentially is going to come down. Chris says, XRP, bought XRP at 29 cents. Nice, bro. That is the way to do it. Hopefully taking some profits on the way up. But yeah, I mean, look, BTC is pushing down right now. So, I mean, maybe be tempting to take a little trade here. If it waked back up, 69.166, retested it 3 times. The only thing to be mindful of is as markets kind of close out, this may end up pushing way higher. So you just have to kind of be mindful. But this kind of sell-off is interesting here on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. You know, we've had a couple of wick candles. If you got another 5-minute red candle, then yeah, you know, you'd be looking maybe to trade this opportunity. But worth noting, I mean, BTC holding 69 here on the macro. This is an important, you know, move here for if you ask me, this kind of break here. But again, I'm just giving my personal opinion. I don't think it's the craziest move in the world. I don't think it's going to be like this insane mega move that all of a sudden BTC now starts to rally to like crazy brand new all-time highs. What's going on, Benlum? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you in here. Again, like I said, we were super late streaming, so I apologize. Because I was literally, I was about 60 miles away from my house about an hour and 5 minutes ago. So yeah, looking to buy more XRP at 78 cents. Yeah, I mean, maybe it comes that low. I mean, I still think this pushes down, by the way. One of the key indicators that we've been talking about, or that I'm looking into, like we said, is the 21-week moving average, which is an interesting, the 21-day moving average, or specifically how we kind of look at it and where this kind of filters through. But more on that, I guess. More on that. Maybe we can do this one, actually. Oh, bro, come on. Yeah, the 21 and the 200 feel like an interesting one. Maybe we get rid of these. Let me just get rid of this, actually. Let's get rid of that. Let's do 21. So we can do 21, 55, 89, 200, and SMA. That is a monster indicator. Like, holy crap, look at all these indicators are on here. Right, what do we want? We want the 21. We don't need the 55. We probably want the 200, and we'll have the 50. We don't need that 200. The 50-day SMA. Yeah, let's do these ones. Okay, this is a cool idea. Right, so we'll have that yellow on the 21, and the 200. The 200 we want similar, but not the same. So let's do orange. Yeah, green's fine on that one, and the 100 is we probably want a lighter blue on that one. All right, cool. All right, that kind of gives us a bit more of an idea, because one of the things we're looking at is the 21 EMA, which obviously is the yellow line, and the 200 EMA, and what they look like when we cross. So if we generally see the cross of the 21 going underneath, okay? So again, think about some of these moves. So the 21 underneath, the yellow line being 21, 200 being the orange, and then the 100 SMA. This actually could see a bearish setup, you know, as we've kind of seen here. And but then when we get the crossover the 100, then this could end up being a bullish setup. So for example, the fact that we're seeing this green line come down, if we get across here, you know, this may end up being a bit more of a bigger move to the upside. So, you know, worth just kind of noting as this kind of walks and plays through. But I might tweak these a little bit more. They feel a bit clunky here, but, you know, short term on the hour, what does it look like for us? You know, definitely could be signaling some bullishness here. How long that lasts, you know, time will tell. But, you know, look, the 100, the 21 above the 200 here, which is, again, nice little move to the upside. So, you know, BTC could rally a little bit further. You want to see this kind of flatten out and then maybe push back down. So, you know, Oscari, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome to you. I hope you're doing well. So, yeah, worth kind of thinking about as this kind of stream walks through. But, yeah, man, I don't know why you guys, there's no way you guys aren't chatting. Like, there's no way you guys are just sat there not saying anything. No way on this earth. Something's not right here. Something's definitely doesn't feel right. But basically, since I've gone live, I've had about 40 comments. Not even that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 40 comments. That doesn't make any sense. Like, come on. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Crazy. I think it rallies to 74k, then slams back down to 50k. 74k. Wow. 5k on it. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Eduardo says 41. He thinks the market's going to push down. But yeah, right now, this is a very, very interesting indicator. So, yeah, interesting to see that. Now, oh, you know what else we got rid of? We got rid of the liquidity indicator. Bro, come on. All right. All right. Let's look at some other coins just to get a bit of a flavor. See what's going on. Ethereum is pumping right now. Still, though, you know, people can say Ethereum's going crazy. Look at it. All right. So here on the daily, we are still significantly away from any recovery at the minute. So don't get hung up on the fact. What's going on, Casey? Good to see you, man. Don't get super hung up. Yeah. No, Craig, I can't see you in the chat. Yeah, so I said something wasn't right. So, yeah, I can't see you guys in the chat. I'm assuming it's because of... I'm assuming it must be something to do with the fact that I set it up on my phone. And... yeah, that I set it up on my phone, and that actually then you guys are here on there. So, yeah, I can't see loads of you talking, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know how to fix that. Don't really know how to fix it. Public, entertainment, age restrictions, no. Pay promotions, no. That's all fine. That's all fine. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Not really sure. I think it's probably just doing that weird thing that it does sometimes when I'm live, but I don't even think I can comment on. Who can comment? Anyone. Sort by top. Moderation basic. So everything's kind of set as it should be. Everything's set. Live chat's on. Anyone can subscribe. Yeah, so everything is on. That should be on, but for whatever reason, it just means that no one is able to kind of type, and it just isn't showing loads of. It's just not showing. Yeah, someone messaged out registering my XP is 0. Something is definitely not right. Something is definitely not right. And the only thing I can reference it to, by the way, is because I'm streaming. It was on my phone, and then I've connected it to OBS so I could stream a bit better. But look, it is what it is. We'll get through. Hopefully, we can try and pick up some of the chats as we sort of walk and talk through it. But yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's doing it, and yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So we'll try and do something. Live chat. So live chat is on. I haven't had coffee today. No energy. Bro, get some coffee in you. Get some coffee in you. But I don't know. I just don't know. Restore chat. Moderation activity. Timestamps. Reactions. Yes. Pop out chat. Send feedback. Community moderations. Participants. So yeah, weirdly, it only has like about 6 of you in as participants. So I don't know why. I do not know why. Stop streaming and broadcast. I can only think it's because of my phone. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't really do much more. Although we've only been live for 20 minutes, so it's just going to be annoying that I can't see most of you guys. So how do I get it so that more of you are here? Because that is the problem. That is indeed the problem. That it thinks you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 people here. That's it. I do not know. I don't know if anyone else does, but I definitely don't know why that's doing what it's doing. So yeah. As you can see here, look, this is the panel. If I go into here and click on participants, these are the only participants in the stream right now. Clearly, there is 175 people in the stream right now, so I'm definitely not so sure why people can't comment. Unless I turn live chat off, save. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on a minute. And then turn it back on again. Live chat. Anyone can do it. Live reactions, redirect, trailer, save. Save. Wagmang, see you chatting. Bullish. Glitch of YouTube. I mean, potentially, yeah. Potentially. I mean, yeah, a couple more people. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can refresh. Hit the like button that 2bit can see y'all. I mean, that is also true as well. Either restart your stream quickly or the important people are here. I mean, people are here. There's like 170 people here, but I don't know how I... Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I could just stop it and then come back on. Anyway, right, let's keep this open so we can kind of see. It does feel like it's filtering a few people through, but annoyingly, like really annoyingly, yeah, I'm struggling to kind of see some people. So Viva La Bacon's here. Yeah, I can see you. So it does feel like slowly but surely. Can you guys restart your streams? Maybe if you restart your streams, it might work. It might bring you back through. But yeah, I mean, Viva's in, Tim's in, Xmine's in. I mean, it's starting to just filter a few more people through. So maybe it is just like a bit of a YouTube glitch. It's been a bit weird, but yeah, see, I've got end broadcast. I don't really want to do that. Stop streaming. No, in my luck, if I stop it, it just all will go a bit mental. It's all going to go a bit mental, but anyway, I've tried closing YouTube. I'm restarting your video several times. It still doesn't work. I wonder why some people are getting in. Some people aren't. Strange. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to just keep trying multitasking and try and see what's going on. BTC is pushing back up, by the way. I'd be definitely super tempted to short trade this off that line. Maybe 69, 165. Maybe. Maybe we do a live stream arena of a trade. Perhaps could be interesting. But yeah, can we make that bigger? Oh, we can. Oh, bro, look at this. Nice. All right. So we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe it does something. But yeah, I mean, look at this. 18% on Cardano is an insane move. You've got 12 on Algorand and all the rest of it. Like we said, definitely feels like we've got a little bit more institutional money coming in and starting to buy. Bitcoin bottoms are in. Like we said, though, I still firmly believe this is not what you think it is. And I firmly believe it's probably going to end up with another dump in the market. So we'll see. Right, I'm going to try and stop the stream and restart the stream, all right? So if not, look out because I'll restart it somewhere else. Let's see if that makes a difference, okay? Bear with. Okay, has that made any difference whatsoever? It doesn't look like it. I've made one comment on YouTube AI auto. No, it's not. I don't think it's auto moderating. It's just not really putting people in. So yeah, I either completely restart the stream by the looks of it, or we just sort of crack on and see where we get to, which is about as good as it gets. Is sort of where I get to, really. It's sort of where I get to. Yeah. All right. So that is kind of where we get to with that. All right. Look, can't really go too much more into it. So let's just kind of talk about anything else that's going on. I do not want to do that again, which is super annoying. Which is this. This is the kind of Jane Street idea. So this assumption right now that Jane Street are the main cause of this market move and that, You know, they've been suppressing the market forever. And now we're finally starting to see this kind of rally. But look at this. Since Jane Street was sued 2 days ago, the 10 a.m. manipulation has stopped. Bitcoin is up 10%, adding over 120 billion to its market cap. And the BTC weekly candle has turned green after 5 consecutive red candles. I mean, that is insane if you assume that, you know, that Jane Street is the big cause of it. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. It's pretty insane if it was. Yeah, Chris, it's not that though, Chris. Like, it's just not showing that anyone's here. Like, it's showing that there is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people in the stream. That's it. That's all it's showing. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, look at this. On the weekly, that's a pretty interesting move. A pretty interesting move as this kind of bounces off there. So, you know, again, I still don't necessarily subscribe to the fact that we're going to see it. I definitely think we're going to push higher. You know, look at this. As an overall macro, we're still heading very much down. So, you know, watch out. But, you know, maybe the Jane Street thing is wow, the total crypto market adding nearly 200 billion over the same period. Which is, you know, kind of insane when you think about it. The broader macro side of things, crypto versus YouTube glitching, bad. My comments won't go through. Oh, there we go. So, look, if you do want to kind of chat, then we can open up the Discord, like jump in the Discord, link in the description, also in the bio, type in the general chat there, or just kind of sit tight, I guess. I don't really know any other way we can kind of bring up a live chat outside of maybe the Telegram. I don't know if you guys are in the Marbits or the Wrecked Rabbit Telegram. Then if you are, like, type in there and I can bring your questions and comments and anything up in there. Or, like I said, join me on TikTok as well. You can see me there. So yeah, I'll look out for any comments that go into there if you guys want to, you know, connect or whatever. Okay, good. So yeah, maybe it's Jane Street. I mean, maybe they just changed the game forever. I mean, who knows? It would be pretty wild if we did. Outside of that, if we're dead honest, there doesn't seem like there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. As everyone is going to FOMO this, they are definitely, in my opinion, going to get wrecked. Now, doesn't mean that we can't go higher. Doesn't mean that we can't pump a little higher. But yeah, the fact the stock market's moving is an interesting one. Oh, sorry. The fact the stock market isn't moving, then that kind of makes a play through. Now, the other thing to think is Bitcoin potentially is on US equities are beginning to rise, but I just don't know how true that is. I mean, you know, today's next at CNBC World Bitcoin and the pace to break a multi-week losing streak, because also the Trump family-backed crypto platform World of Bit Financial says it's targeted by coordinated attack. Oh no! What is World of Bit Financial, by the way? Up 5%. All right, it's not setting any new records, is it? Can you see me now? Selmo! I can, my man. What's going on, buddy? What is going on? So, yeah, definitely that. Circle beat Q4 forecast with 770 million in revenue with a 77% growth. Is it that? You know, doesn't really feel like it. Doesn't really feel like it right now, but yeah. Encourage more viewers to your live stream. Let's go, everybody. Binance employees finds 1.7 billion in crypto was sent to Iranian entities. Wow. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. I mean, maybe there's an announcement that, like, you know, I mean, when does the market structure bill go through? Was it March? The end of March, maybe. Maybe it was the end of March, you know, but again, that doesn't feel like it's the biggest narrative. Doesn't feel like all of a sudden we're going to skyrocket to the moon. Yeah, still bullish on Fleur. I mean, I don't know what Fleur's doing right now, but yeah. And what's interesting here with this price action is that, yeah, maybe we do get this sell-off. I mean, BTC is definitely selling off a little bit here on the 5 minutes. So, oh, can I? Oh, that's annoying. I was hoping I was kind of going to be able to move that down. I feel like I need a bigger window here that I've not got. Oh, select layout. What does that do? Oh, no. We do not need to do that. We do not need to do that, bro. All right, cool. All right, cool, everybody. What's going on, Vern? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Welcome in, Borowski. All right. So, yeah, I mean, look, maybe we get a little bit of a rally up there. What else is going on there? Ministers urge to impose temporary ban on crypto political donations. Outside, there just isn't anything going on. Like, it's just insane. The markets are just going crazy. I tell you what would be worth looking at, actually. Let's look at futures for tomorrow. Because is the stock market pricing in a big rally? That would be another question. So yesterday, if you remember, we saw Asia was weak, US was bullish. So, yeah, I mean, look at this. 292 on the Dow Jones, the S&P up 60, 358 on the NASDAQ, the Russell. What will be interesting is whether Asia comes in. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild in fairness. Who would have thought we'd get this kind of crazy move right now? Who would have thought we'd get this crazy move? I am so tempted to short this, though. I'm so tempted to short it. I'm not saying you should do what I do, by the way, but again, and sometimes we don't get it right here, but slow day. Sure day, you forgot. No, I sent you a message. I was literally at work. I was 60 miles away from my house an hour and 35 minutes ago. So yeah, so I generally was a bit like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tonight. And then I looked at the market and I was like, I don't really have any choice not to stream. Like I have to like get home and like get talking. Like it's just crazy. But yeah. I mean, let's evaluate what could have changed. Risk appetite. Do people feel like they want to go into risk? I mean, maybe. I mean, we've talked about the potential market bottom. It's not actually that far away from, if you bought the wick here at 62, we're only looking for about another 7% decline to where we think the market, or certainly where I'm sort of positioning myself for market bottoms could be. But yeah, risk appetite could be something that people are a bit like, oh, maybe that's fine. That's fine. Trump's State of the Union boosted investor confidence. Did it? I mean, he talked a lot, didn't he? He was talking about, investment and, these $2,000 stimulus checks, which we've kind of said is a big thing. I just feel like I can't believe that Trump's State of the Union did pump the markets, really, if I'm dead honest. Forced liquidations of short positions. Well, we probably had the most that we've seen for a long time. But like we said, analysts, and in my opinion, by the way, we should be very cautious of this move. This is why I'm saying maybe this is an absolute short opportunity. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if it wicks 79. I mean, we could do it. 69, 100 as a potential short, 7x leverage. 50%. What's that? 3.5K. Stop loss at, what's the high? Stop loss is at 69, 600. $175 risk. You go that 143, take profit, lower range here. 68, 500 would give us 215. It's tempting. Thing is, this could blast off. I think I'm gonna set this, and we'll see what happens. Like maybe it comes in, maybe it doesn't. It might be kind of interesting to see it. I think we could set that. Man, look at that blasting through. Oh, what's my price target here? Like 69. What did I say? 69, 163. As you could say, 69. What would that other upper range be? 212. 69, 212. I mean, does it break? I mean, this feels like a pretty strong move right now. This could go, this could go a little bit higher here on the 5-minute chart. 164. Yeah, look at BTC right now. I mean, look at this on the 5-minute. Like, what the hell is going on? Who knows? It's all gone a bit mental. Like, look at it. I mean, I'm even more tempted to put this trade on right now. I mean, does it wick to this higher range? Like, what the flipping heck is going on? Anyone? Why is no one in the chat? Like, this is the most annoying live stream in the world. Got 145 people in the chat and I can't speak to any of you. Like, there's 5 people I can speak to. Bro, come on. What? Jesus. TikTok, you can't even see this. Look at this TikTok. Like, what is going on with BTC right now? It isn't often we get to kind of see this kind of crazy week. This might just pump, This might literally just go to 70K, which is crazy. Like, what is happening? What is actually happening right now? People are just getting liquidated to death. Look at Link. It's back nearly $10. Litecoin, 14.5% on Litecoin. Get out of here. Bro, this market is cooked right now. Look at this. Man, we nearly got liquidated on that trade. This is why you got to be sensible when you pick your trades. Sometimes you just got to feel the trades out. Flamingo says, I'm waiting for a big dip. Yeah, I get that, bro. I get that. But yeah, I mean, look, this is kind of crazy. 69,500 would be intraday high, actually. I mean, back here at 2:30 in the morning, you got the intraday high at 69.5. Boom, we just wicked over that. Like, oh my God, like this is kind of crazy. And nothing's making any sense. No one's coming out and going, bro, like what is happening right now? This is deliberate. I don't care what anyone says. Look at this. What is, bros. Somebody tell me what is going on. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it? BTC could break $70,000. I tell you what we need to do, actually. Let's bring this up. Let's bring up order books. Order books will give us a bit of an idea as to exactly what's happening. And equally, are we seeing futures or are we seeing spot markets? Because that's going to be the big thing. Look at the futures market. Holy shit, these things are, man, this is going over 70K, like no dramas. No dramas, bro. This breaks the 21 EMA. Look at this thing. This thing's going to the moon. We're going to the moon, everybody. All right. All right, everybody. Strap in. Look at that break off that lower range right now. 68,800. Pretty crazy right now. Pretty crazy, if you ask me. Like I said, I do have Telegram open, so if anyone wants to chat in the Marbits one, also Discord, I have that open as well, so I can sort of, try and see what you guys are talking about. But man, if Jane Street is the reason these markets have been suppressed, then holy crap. Imagine that, like, Jane Street all along has been the reason why BTC's been pushing down, and all of a sudden they're like, they're out, and we're going to the moon. Who would have thought it, eh? Crazy. So, but yeah, look at these. I mean, you'd argue there's quite a significant amount of liquidations coming in. Probably, definitely a significant amount of FOMO late pumps. Imagine the banana zone imagine that. So nearly $600 million in short is insane. Like, they are literally wrecking the short market right now. Wrecking it. I mean, BTC is wicking down. So, I mean, look at that. That's an insane wick right now. Nearly 70K. The dump off 70,000 is pretty interesting. Bitcoin's pumping today up around 7%. Hovering at $69,000, mostly thanks to the classic short squeeze. Over 400 million in shorts got liquidated overnight, with 200 million just on the BTC alone. Bears got wrecked, forcing buys that fueled the bounce from under 63,000. Trump's State of the Union helped too. There you go. Look, Vern's crushing it right now. Jobless claims data tomorrow could add fuel if it hints at a rate cut. Yeah, I still don't think I still don't think they cut rates, by the way. But let's take a look at what the expectation is. But you can look. I mean, that wick is pretty wild, if you ask me. So, yeah, State of the Union speech. I did actually watch a bit of it, not loads of it, but so what do we got tomorrow? So we do have initial jobless claims. Forecast is 210,000 with a previous of 206, telling us that potentially initial jobless claims are actually going to be higher. Fed Bowman speaking tomorrow. Mortgage rate announcements. All right. Then we get PPI. Man, what's the fuck? So previous at 0.5, so they're expecting a decline in PPI. Shit, we could have been at like 73,000 by the end of this week. All in on longs. Let's send it. No, don't do that. It's crazy. All right. Buy or sell. I mean, I still think this market goes down. That's just my opinion. I still think there is some downside momentum to come. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wild market right now. It is a pretty wild market. I mean, look at that wick, by the way, on the 5-minute chart. But yeah, PPI is looking to be very bullish. Core PPI is looking like a negative 0.5 reduction. Holy smokes. Why is PPI so crazy? Bobby says, Josephine, what? I don't even know what that means. Don't even know what that means, but sounds crazy. But yeah, I mean, jobless claims could end up being pretty crazy. There are some big futures contracts going in right now. Wow. Wow. Man, I'm glad I did live stream this. Open interest. So open interest is pretty fat. But look at that over the last 24 hours, man. Everyone is like getting super crazy FOMO here on BTC, like wild. Funding rates are, I mean, look at that. You know, pretty wild. Saeed, what's going on, buddy? Welcome here. Welcome. There's something really weird going on with chat, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, no one can speak in the chat, but hey, I apologize. Like I said, Emrod says we're going up. I mean, everything looks like it's going up right now, which is kind of wild. If you think about it, 8.2% right now on BTC is a pretty big wick right now. And then likewise, here you go on the actual BTC price on the, on Bitunix here. So yeah, pretty interesting. Man, that would have been a nice little short trade, wouldn't it? 70K. I mean, do we think we wick back up there? Probably. Probably. But yeah, man, that PPI data. Oh, and then we get on a Monday. Sorry, Monday we get ISM. Forecast 51. So they're expecting manufacturing to be in a decline Monday. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, tomorrow we get jobless claims. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. But yeah, Friday though could be interesting. PPI, core PPI month over month, and they all look very bullish. Maybe the market's pricing in. Let's take a really quick look at the Fed tool. Again, I don't think that this is going to be a big win at all. I think it's probably going to be very much the opposite. Yeah, 98% that we do not get a cut rate in March. like I said, I don't think you see anything really until you get Kevin Walsh in there, which is probably around the June meeting. You know, June's predicting 53% it stays in. Remember, whatever the economy's moving, the S&P's moving, the Nasdaq's moving, they won't cut rates. They don't need to. ICP to $20. I mean, that would be pretty insane if that can rally to $20 right now. Wouldn't it? Think about that. Think about that. ICP would be wild. I mean, Canton at 16.7, looking like a nice little breakout here. Canton holding the key moving averages as well. So yeah, bullish. Fetch is up a little bit. Jupe up 14, which is kind of nice. By the way, they're all still very much underwater from where they've been, but you know, look, they've definitely got some movers. ICP's at 20%. I mean, it's a big move, isn't it? It's at 254 though, which is wild. You know, you think about where that was from an $8 price range. It's a pretty big mover and groover, but you know, is it going to go higher potentially? I mean, will there be financial? Feels like that's starting to bounce once again. You know, you got the yellow line crossing the green line, generally seeing as a bullish move. So yeah, I mean, look at Near Protocol at 27%. Like, it's kind of wild of the coins that it is though. Sui back above $1. Nice little break here off the lower range on here. ADA 20%. XRP at 148, like Solana back above 90 cents. I mean, look at Ethereum. Ethereum's at 14 fucking percent. Like, what? Bro, 14% on Ethereum. Like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now, broski? Wow. Testing. Brandon, what's going on? Yeah, I can see a couple of you, but yeah, I don't know why you guys are like getting special treatment and why the other guys aren't. Only thing I can think is I set the stream up on my phone, but I connected with OBS. So it must be something to do with that. It has to be something to do with that. So, you know, it is what it is. I can't really do much about it. I feel like I'm missing a couple of tabs as well on the stream. So, yeah, it's all to do with the fact I set it up on a phone and I'm streaming here on OBS. Only because it's easier, by the way. Only because it is easier. So, but yeah, pretty wild. So yeah, I mean, that ETH move. By the way, there was an Ethereum upgrade today. Did you guys see that? I mean, you can't type in the chat, but yeah, Ethereum upgrade is an interesting one as well. So Ethereum censorship-resistant upgrade backed by Vitalik did go live today. Now, you know, this is kind of this whole idea of like, you know, anonymity and maybe sort of looking at what's happening with Canton and trying to sort of sneak a little bit on there. But yeah, developers have slated FOCIL, a censorship resistance proposal, as a centerpiece of Ethereum's Hagota upgrade in late 2026. All right, Vitalik says that'll change the guarantee the rapid inclusion of valid transactions through critics warn of validator risk. So yeah, pretty interesting here. So maybe that's why ETH's getting a move. I mean, look at it. Like the whole market's just fucking pumping to like Goblin. Well, what's the opposite of Goblin Town? Fairy Town? That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Let's not call it Fairy Town. Let's not call it Fairy Town. But yeah, I mean, XRP, nice little breakout. Look at this. XRP rejected on the 382 Fibonacci at 149 is wild. That is wild. What a day. I mean, so often we stream these like insane moves. What's going on, Fat Sonic? Good to see you, man. I got through, but I have to send the same message like 2 or 3 times. Once you get through, though, does that mean you're like here? You're like part of the crew now. Maybe everyone just needs to spam the chat. Maybe that's what we need to do. Giant Town, like it. Yeah. Yeah. Orkville. Although Orkville would be bad news, wouldn't it? Anyway, you get my point. You get my point. So, yeah. I mean, hey, we'll take it, though. I'm all about it. I'm all about this move. Thanks for the follow, by the way, here on TikTok, by the way. Don't forget, do tap the screen, share the stream, do all that kind of good stuff. Let people know, baby, that we're live and the markets are skyrocketing. And it's fun. Like, markets are way better out there when they're going up versus going down. Personally, I think, anyway. Just my personal, humble little opinion. All right. Good. Craig deleting messages. Oh, look, I can see you deleting messages, Craig. Still doesn't say you're here, though. It just says I've got 4 people on myself. Oh, dear. What's going on, 7ant? Good to see you, man. Or 17ant, I should say. So, yeah. BTC 69055. Definitely on a little bit of a pullback right now. So, yeah, interesting. This volatility in the market's insane. Like, people are going to be trading this like crazy people. But, again, look at this range. I was saying, wasn't I, the last time I was here, by the way, that that there is the opportunity to trade bots on here, but I can't think where it is. Curtis, I see you've just posted something on there, but I thought it was on here, but maybe not. Future. Oh, grid trading. Here we go. Look, yeah. Grid trading. So you can do it volatile uptrend, volatile downside. So buy low, sell high. These are kind of where you can set up particular grids and, you know, what they can kind of look like, and then how this will kind of trade that price. Pretty interesting. I know we said we were going to sort of touch on that at the back end of the week, which we will, by the way. But yeah, Bitunix haven't done this for ages. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. But yeah, you can grid trade now with BTC on Bitunix. Who would have thought that? Eh? Right. Anyway, right. Let's give the price of BTC up here, see what's going on, and keep your eyes in. By the way, if you haven't already, do smash the like button to a brand new all-time high. It would be really, really great if you could, given everything's kind of, you know, everything that's kind of going on right now. It's kind of a little bit wild, to be honest. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can sort of turn on or change, but doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Definitely YouTube being a bit weird, I think. Oops. Oops. I just pressed something I shouldn't have pressed. Just in Nvidia surges following record breaking. Oh, Nvidia earnings. What did they come in as today? Oh, right. Nvidia earnings. Wall Street bets on tech ahead of Nvidia. Okay, we don't do that live. Nvidia fourth quarter earnings analysis on Bloomberg. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. What did it come in as? Nvidia shares jump in after hours trading. We don't have it on there. Do we have it on the stocks? Oh, we do. We do. What did it show actually? Nvidia. That's not right. Nvidia surges $200 a share. Wow. After reporting record quarterly revenue of $68.1 billion. Wow. Wow. I mean, that is pretty insane if you think about it. Isn't it? Man, Nvidia going to the absolute moon right now. Yeah. I see FOMO up to 71. Oh, Craig's bullish. Craig is bullish, not far. Okay, I said that, didn't I? Yeah, so I can see Craig in there. Craig's bringing it, but bringing it. Boom. Boom. All right. All right, everybody. It's all gravy. Nope, every message I have to send several times, it's YouTube's fail, not you. Okay, fine. Fine. Then it is what it is. There's not a lot I can do about it, which is kind of frustrating, but hey, yeah, all right. At least the TikTok army here. Liquidation both ways, probably. Well, I mean, we haven't seen it so far. I mean, liquidations have been very much on the short side. Why can't I click this? Very much on the short side right now, around $600 million. So, yeah, interesting that normally you do see these kind of insane wicks up and then this kind of insane dump. But, yeah, I mean, even if you go a little bit short here, yeah, you've had a wick from the bottom. Look at this. We talked about this move here. So the bottom here around 68,766. So if you were going to trade this, you could trade within this range here right now. It's less than 1% range, but, you know, the bots would just buy and sell and buy and sell. Pretty crazy, if you ask me. Pretty crazy. Type in the chat if you want me to do it. Oh, man. Come on, bro. Like, what the heck? No one can type in the chat. By the way, if you are brand new here, I live stream every single night, keeping you down into the market. We've got a lot of new people in tonight. We've had nearly 2,000 views already on this live stream. Over 170 of you are in right now. So do hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn that notification bell on. Like I said, normally the chat's way easier to access. For whatever reason, the chat's been super weird tonight, and I don't know why. But do make sure that you're here. It's 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. We break markets down. We analyze stuff people don't even realize. And yeah, so if you want to be part of that, do ultimately come here. And also, by the way, join our totally free Discord, link in the description. We do have a premium service in which our trade bots are in there. We also have technical analysis, trade setups, all the rest of it, the trading community. So if you are interested in all of that, become a channel member here on YouTube. You get instant access to that, as well as our trading guides and everything else. So check it out. Worth it, in my opinion. All right. Bitcoin right now, 68,900. That is 7.5% up on the day, with Ethereum topping 2,100 at around 13.6%. Insane. Altcoins rallying right now. So even at BTC with a big old move arena, BTC dominance actually flat on the day. Mark, what's going on, buddy? Solana holder says Solana. Yeah, Solana's going wild, bro. Love a bit of Solana. And these are why we've been saying, you know, like these, you know, these other days when we were talking about Pepe and using the opportunity of these bear markets and these, dips. I mean, Pepe is up 11.5% right now. So again, you remember we were talking about this the other day, 157,000 Pepe every single day I'm earning, which was 69 cents. Now is 71 cents. Way bullish. Yeah, I mean, they turned up. I mean, look at Bonk. Bonk's at nearly 20%, Craig. Some decent buys we took the other day when we bought the bottom. So yeah, shout out to everybody that bought the bottom with us. Nailed that. The only disappointing thing, as always, is it would have been great to have had a nice, big, juicy, long trade on the bottom of this, wouldn't it? Hit the bottom, which is, again, what we're trying to do in terms of, you know, when this market pushes down. And I know people are going to be like, no, 2-bit. We hit the bottom, look. We're breaking out. We're going to the moon. Look, we could be wrong. Again, the strategy I have is, yes, I've still got quite a bit in stablecoin. I still have my portfolio on spot bags around 50%, and I have my money that I want to set in terms of trade. So I'm sort of hedging against it. You know, would I have liked to have had my entire portfolio setting, you know, Ethereum right now? Probably at about 13%. All right, cool. All right, bullish. So, you know, crypto various. I said that. So, yeah, I mean, YouTube's just been super weird right now. So it basically doesn't look like anyone's here in the chat. So apologies that, you know, if you are tuning in, I can't see the chat. Do feel free to join our free Discord, though, and I will pick up conversations in there as and when. I do actually have the Discord chat open here. So shout out to everybody that's in. Been taking me 2 to 3 times. Yeah, good news. I have some experience points now. Hey! Good on you. Good on you, Craig. So, yeah, if anyone does want to give their view, then you can. Also, I see some of you guys using the bots within our trade group as well for all the good news, what's going on. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Okay, right. So Ethereum we've done that. Order book still looks pretty wild here. I don't imagine there's a lot going through on the spot market. I bet that's pretty flat right now. We'll leave this open for a while. So I think there's just a lot of trading ambition. It feels like at the minute, you know, lots of traders piling into the shorts. You know, maybe trying to, you know, late longs, trying to liquidate positions. But yeah, it's pretty crazy if you ask me. Pretty crazy. But altcoins definitely feel like the winners. Definitely feel like the winners. Yeah, Jesse, welcome back. Jesse, I can't see your name, but welcome back being a member. Massive bull. What's going on, buddy? Shout out to you, my man. I can only see Tim as a participant, but hey, Jesse's in the house, everybody. Welcome, Jesse. You massive hero. You massive hero. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, no real reason. Obviously, it's really difficult when there's no one else to talk to. So, anyway, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So, what else do we need to look at right now? BTC is, I mean, potentially we get another rally. I mean, Asia may come in and buy this. Like, this could be kind of wild, you know. We could definitely see 70K by the end of, you know, by even the start of tomorrow. I mean, the futures markets look pretty okay. These are starting to just now settle the opposite way. Selmo, hope. So I was waiting for it to drop me on this while buying. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. What are you guys talking about? Something. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, maybe the Asian markets are starting to pricing a potential upside move. And look at this. The NASDAQ, 430 on the futures market. Fair value in the Dow just flipped bearish. Interesting. Or the fair value on the futures market flipped bearish. Maybe it's a fake out. Maybe it's a pump. What's happened today? I mean, not a lot. Is the honest answer is not a lot. You've got a little bit on the State of the Union, a little bit around Trump, a little bit about risk on. That's about it. There's no real reason other than just capital flow and low liquidity. I mean, gold at 0.4, silver at 2.37, and Jane Street is essentially no longer dumping it. But, you know, that's about it. Thoughts on Gala? You asked me that. I don't know if you changed your name, by the way. Gala, awful. GRT, awful. ADA's up like 20%. So if you caught the dip today, grats. I think it's short-lived, personally, on Cardano, but yeah. Think it's just a fake out. Blair, I think you're probably right. It may last. The last one lasted 13 days. So, you know, maybe we get this kind of wick up, rejection, comes back down, all the longs start piling in, and everyone just gets kind of wrecked. We can probably see the, let's take a quick look at the liquidation map. I don't think it'll change too quickly, but yeah, I mean, look at that. So you now have this massive expectation of the market's long. Like, this is the problem. And then what will happen is, like, 2 days' time, it'll be like $1 billion got wiped out of the crypto market. So times like this, it's better just to sit back, relax, have some logic about what you're doing, and understand why you feel the need to buy this market. there is heavy leverage right now. Look at this. So the assumption is everyone's going long. These are liquidations if the price does go to the downside. What do you note here? Very little below 25x leverage. This is why markets get flushed out. This is why people end up getting wrecked, because they all go crazy and FOMO. Like if anything, I'm looking to short this market. Like, I'm going to do what other people aren't. You know, maybe I get liquidated. Maybe, you know, my stop loss hits. You know, if we got another, you know, momentum wick back to the upside, perhaps. I'm looking for probably a bounce off the 65.5, 65.6 range. Probably would align to a bit more of a you know, corporate move. But, you know, am I going to get it? Maybe not. You know, that's kind of where I'd be looking at a potential bounce there. Then trade that range. Don't know if we get it. But yeah, it's a pretty wild move though. And kind of out of nowhere, which is where it gets even more insane, because you're like, well, why all of a sudden is this, you know, has this market sort of done what the market's done? But, you know, that's the game, isn't it? That is just crypto in a nutshell. So, yeah. Pretty interesting right now. I am tempted to set that grid trader bot up as well, but I do think if this comes down here, it probably bricks below and probably ends up pushing further back down. I mean, where's your next bit of level of support? Probably a bit lower down. What would you say? 68.3 perhaps? Maybe comes down even tad lower, 68.2. So I think if we lose that, then yeah, we could see BTC sort of capitulate down. For me, it probably depends on what the altcoin market does. You know, do some of these alts still keep pushing? Do they keep that momentum going? I mean, if they do, then great. If they don't, then, you know, we end up probably in a little bit more of a challenge, or specifically a little bit more Goblin Town focused. But, you know, as it stands right now, we'll take the gains. I mean, there is even an argument, and I was thinking about this as I was driving home, that, you know, I might take a little bit more profit here. People go, what do you mean 2-bit? That's insane. But, you know, like XRP, for example, we bought it at 35 to 40 cents. Do I think XRP goes down again? Yeah, of course I do. I think the broader market goes down. So Ethereum at 2100, probably not a bad time to take a little bit of money off the table if you need to. You know, I mean, these are the moments where you have to take emotion out of it and be objective about what you're trying to do. You know, BTC from falling, BTC FOM falling too. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like it's going to push down a little bit. Definitely feels like it's coming down. The wicks are hitting this lower range, 68.7 on the futures market here on Bitunix. So, you know, definitely could back. Definitely could come back. Nvidia stock, we know, is skyrocketing there. Man, 75% Q4 adjusted gross margin. Fuck me. What? 75%. Jesus. That is insane. 75% margin. Oh my God, that is absolutely wild. That is wild. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot deny that that's unbelievable. Short-term interest is surging in the S&P 500. No surprise as markets kind of push. Hedge funds sold global equity at the fastest pace since April 2025 tariff meltdown last week. Selling in the week ending February 19th registered a 1.4 standard deviation from typical levels. So, you know, maybe we just got another big flush out in the market and now people are just buying the dip. I mean, it feels like it. It feels like it is, which is kind of wild, but is it long-lived? I don't think so. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Okay. Oh yeah, Tim's loving life right now. Tim is loving it. I mean, look at this bounce again here. Like, very interesting stuff going on here in BTC land. Very interesting stuff going on. So, yeah. We'll take it all day long, though. I mean, it's great live streaming to 160, 170 people that, you know, basically, I mean, we actually topped out at 200 people on tonight's live stream. Shout out to everybody tuning in. It's just frustrating. I can't talk to any of you guys, but come back tomorrow. Please come back tomorrow. Don't leave me by myself tomorrow. Look at BTC dominance. Looks like it's about to tank. Well, it's because your altcoin market's absolutely skyrocketing right now. So, you know, yeah, it's in a decline. BTC dominance maybe in the bottom, but alts are going crazy. I mean, ETH at 2100, Solana's up 20%, Cardano 20%. Like, these are pretty crazy numbers right now. Who the hell is buying altcoins? Institutional investors. That's who's buying altcoins. The big money. The banks. I talked about this in my update video on XRP. The banks are buying XRP. People think I'm crazy. People are like, your content's garbage. I mean, people aren't watching it, but it's fine. Look, I ain't bothered. I ain't bothered. They can all watch these people that tell them, you know, that nothing's going on. Like I said, I still think we've got to push down the market. I still think there's another sell-off to come. But, you know, what's the difference between 135 on XRP and $1? I mean, I know that you'd say 35 cents to a bit thicky, but yeah. Man, look at BTC right now. It's such a tempting short trade right now. Such a tempting short trade. We're going to hold off, though. We're going to hold off in the short term. Because that is the sensible thing to do. Maybe. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's full porting. Get it all in. I mean, what's interesting as well, by the way, is memes are rallying, which generally tells us that that's a retail move versus institutional move. So, you know, maybe people are just kind of like, screw it, I'm buying the dip. Those early investors getting back in, taking the opportunity while they can and saying, right, I'm buying more Bitcoin. I'm buying more cryptocurrency because why would I not? Maybe the answer. Maybe. Yeah, pretty wild. I mean, look at Near Protocol. H-bar, 10%. AVAX might break $10 again. That's... What? What, bro? I'll tell you what, there'll be some interesting charts to look at tomorrow, particularly around stablecoin dominance and all the rest of it. Alts have also broken a weekly downtrend. They have been in a nice... Well, let's take a look at the total too, because I think that'll be a good indicator as to what's going on. So the overall market cap, $2.36 trillion. We have put on $220 billion in the last 12 hours. Think about that. $220 billion just slammed in the crypto market. Cool. The total too, this is everything Binance stablecoins and Bitcoin. So this is kind of your altcoin market. 696 up 11%. Think about that. That is essentially your altcoin market. It's up 11.5% right now. Absolutely wild right now. And then look, anything outside of BTC, Ethereum, and stablecoins, again, up 2%. Interesting. And the others, which is everything outside of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, up 7.8%. This is just a broader move in the market. Christian says 75K by tomorrow. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's a pretty crazy push if that happens. It definitely is showing a little bit of weakness right now on BTC. It'd be good if we can just get volume on here, please. If you could, thank you so much, Bitunix. So look at that volume spike coming in, selling down right now, pretty low here on the volume range, but 217 milli, kind of clicking in. So, you know, nothing super crazy, but definitely probably is indicating where we are in this market and definitely sort of indicating what's happening. But, you know, this trading within this range right now is great. I mean, it's consolidation, but where does it go? And I guess the big question is, do we get back within this range? You know, perhaps. Breakout, making it move right now. It's wild, isn't it? It is wild when it comes to the price of Bitcoin. Stop scrolling and look at this chart. Oh, wait, Symbiote just sharing something that might be interesting. Let's take a look. What's the second chart I use that coordinates with the EMAs? This one at the bottom here. So, what's this? Alt breakout will be historical. Biggest alt season is coming, man. See, this is the problem. Like, some people are just full of shit right now. Like, yeah, okay, we've had a decent move on altcoins. It doesn't mean that, you know, it doesn't mean that altcoins are now going to, like, go to the moon. It's like, oh my God. Altcoin season, baby, it's back. Oh, man. Some people are wild right now. Some people are wild. Who would know? Hey, who would know? Man, people are like FOMO pumping BTC right now. FOMO pumping it. BTC dominance formed a huge dump pattern, means alt season is coming. Thank me later. You usually overlap some sort of graph. Do I? Oh, you mean the Fibonacci retracement? That. Fibonacci retracement. Remember, if the market's going down, you do it from top to bottom. Market's going up, you do it bottom to top. Of the previous move, or the previous big move. So, oh no, okay. I'm not sure then, Craig. Yeah, can you scroll back and find a picture of it and then share it with me and I'll tell you what it is. The big yellow ziggy line. This yellow line here. Or do you mean the... So we did have... we did have the liquidity one. So I think it's actually called, I think it's like global liquidity index. Yeah, I think it's this. Is that more what it is? So yeah, the global liquidity index is something that has all of the liquidity stuff on, which is every country and what they're doing. So yeah, it's the indicator is GLI, the global liquidity index. So essentially you can start to look and say, well, is the Federal Reserve pumping it? Is the TGA account pumping? Which again, you know, you line that, it's not doing anything really, is it? It's pretty flat. So this whole move is like, you know, not a big deal really. It's kind of wild and probably shouldn't be doing what it's doing, but hey, at the same time, it is doing what it's doing, and you know, we're here for the ride. So fun. What's your suggestion? For what? For what? Right. All right. Cool. Did you see me? Did you see the CME? Did I see the CME hating? Oh, is that halting or hating? Halting. I did not. What on ETH, man? I mean, ETH 2110. I mean, ETH's skyrocketing right now. Again, my sentiment still remains very much that I think all of this move is going to push down. I still believe we've got that. You know, people think that we were 125k in October last year, and then now the buy market's bottoms in, and we're all now going to start moving back up again. I just feel like that's not the case. So, yeah, I get $100 in half an hour. There's no way I'd be buying into Ethereum right now. Again, just my personal opinion. I think this market goes down. Generally, if you are trading or buying cryptocurrency, buying a 14% move on an asset is probably not the sensible thing. My view, stick your $100, wait for a dip. Don't FOMO a 14% move. That's my opinion. I'm not going to buy anything. So I bought some Pepe and I bought some Bonk 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago, wasn't it? So we bought them on the, we bought them pretty much on the lows actually. Am I going to buy today? No. Like it's insane to buy today. There's no point. Does that mean it could go higher? Yeah. Does it mean we could go back over 70k? Yeah. But I'm cool. Like I'm in stablecoin on, 50% of my portfolio. I'll just wait and see. But I think you would end up putting that $100 in. Not financial advice. This is not personalized financial advice either. I'm just saying. But you could definitely put that in and end up, regretting it because you'll buy it and we will probably retrace tomorrow. We'll probably do a 3-4% decline tomorrow. I think we could retest 60k from 69. Possible. Yeah. Yeah, definitely possible. I could see that. Nigerian Prince following the live. Welcome in. By the way, what a stream tonight, by the way, everybody. I know I can't see you guys chatting, which is annoying, but man, we're nearly at like 2,000 views on this stream. So shout out to everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you guys 100%, by the way. Super bullish on you guys. We're streaming every night. Again, this is, in my opinion, the moment to be on it, okay? Dead honest. And, certainly we could sort of be in a world where the momentum could be with us, and like I say, in my opinion, these are certainly the times you should be accumulating. You should be buying the dip. You should be absolutely positioning yourself, in my view, just for like the big market move, which I think is going to be pretty important. Like I said, though, I still believe this market is going to push down a little bit further. So yeah, interesting. Look at this on BTC coming back up again here to trade in this range. Oh man, why did it do that? Super annoying. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we got the volume chart there. So yeah, pretty wild if you ask me. Pretty wild. You're like 400 away from 40,000 subscribers. It's wild. The only thing that's weird is like the live streams are popping off right now. People are loving the live streams, which is great, by the way, because I love doing the live streams. They're so much fun. But yeah, the videos are taking a bit of a toll. Like I seem to not be able to break 1,000 views on a video, which is kind of wild. But hey, if we're crushing it in the live streams, I'm all about it. Do you know what I mean? I am all about it, everybody. So shout out to everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. If you haven't already hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, definitely do so. Likewise on TikTok, by the way. Hit the follow button as well. I'd appreciate it. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. Definitely worth it. So what can we expect? Look, my view right now, Bitcoin, the crypto market is going insane. BTC pushing up once again from this range. I mean, bro, like what? Pretty wild, isn't it? Pretty wild. Man, I'm so tempted to short this though. 69,132. Just feel like a little bit of a struggle at the top end. You know, maybe it wicks back up here. 69.3. Coming back down. Asia's going to be an interesting one. I mean, let me know. Like, let me know in the chat. No one can fucking type in the chat. Definitely going to be an interesting one. Asia may surprise a lot of people, I think. Bro, I got shorts in at 69.5. Nice, bro. Crushing it. Man, you caught that wick. Nice, bro. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was looking to maybe get into those shorts as well, but yeah. I think it will be 70 today. I mean, yeah, I think 70 could be on the cards. Yeah, I mean, what do we wicked very close to it. 69,990. So yeah, pretty close number. Pretty close number right now before we're tracing back down. So yeah. Pretty crazy if you ask me. What a wild day, hey. What a wild day. Who would have anticipated that we would have got this kind of craziness? I'm watching. Yeah, help me look. Same with me, man. I mean, like I said, generally, investing 101, don't buy massive green candles because you'll always get an opportunity. Because, look, those that did get in will always generally take profits. Like, it just always happens. I mean, you look at the charts right now, especially if you're trying to trade a longer time frame than a shorter time frame. You know, maybe you want to scalp some opportunities. Could be a thing. Might not be a thing. You know, it's always worthwhile thinking about. But, yeah, man, right now, it's kind of wild. I think I'm going to keep streaming for a little bit. There's like 180 people in this stream right now. So let's kick it back for a little bit longer. Let's kick it back. I'm okay with $2 to $100 there. Well, there you go. Let you see. Again, DCA opportunity. Buy $50 tomorrow. Buy $100 the day after. You know, you don't have to pour in everything. Just buy the dip. Take the opportunities. Make sure that you are, in my view, by the way, just you're thinking down the track. Think 6 months time. Don't think now in the short term. Yeah, a good short, 69,550. Yeah. Oh, you mean in profit? All right. Well, there you go. More than me. More than me. Crushing it right now. Crushing it. The participants thing's so weird tonight that you can't see the chat. It is weird. But shout out to everybody that's kind of kicking it back with me. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Like I said, so many could have just gone and, you know, not bothered sticking around. But the fact that you guys are here does mean a lot. And yeah, I mean, look at this on spot. So this is a really interesting statistic. This is the last, 10 minutes. 5 big spot buys over, over sort of $75,000. What do we have it get set at here? $80,000. 5 spot Bitcoin buys over $80,000. In fact, 2 were sells, which is interesting. So it's all futures right now. It's all futures. You are streaming from UAE? No. I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. I wish I was in the UAE. 0% tax, baby. But now I'm in the UK, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depends how you're looking at it. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely the futures market right now that's pushing these prices right now, pushing this momentum, which does mean that you get increased volatility, which means that any wick, we could see this big wick to the upside, big dump to the downside. Very much trading within this range right now. So interesting, just in my opinion, very, very interesting, everybody. Very interesting. Man, a fly just went flying by me then. Get it? A fly just went flying by me. Yeah, I mean, we've got our own challenges here in the UK. Let me tell you, we've definitely got our own challenges here. But hey, it's all gravy. It's all gravy. Okay, so have we got anything playing out here on BTC short term? Still very much in this kind of, this kind of flag that's starting to play out here with the breakout. So this is going to be the key thing to watch. What does this breakout do? Work your way down. 30-minute time frame. What have we got going on here? Well, you'd argue we've got a pretty heavy move to the upside, the upsending triangle. Remember, we do have a lot in our premium Discord. You get all of these for free. If you become a channel member, it's going to cost you about $6.50. Again, lots of ideas as to, what does this look like? Ascending channel. Take the bottom here. You could argue and say, well, look, there's my ascending channel from the bottom here. It's expanding out. What does this mean? This means that we probably end up doing something like we can see here, which is the little wick to the downside. Wick, down, wick. Are we going to see this kind of come down? That maybe when you get the signal that actually the market's going to push us a little bit lower down, potentially. Potentially. What do we got forming here on the hour? I mean, you've got an inverse head and shoulders a little bit here, haven't you? Look, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then upside move on the inverse. Yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Remember, all of those in our Discord, if you become a channel member, $6.50, dead easy. Got the bottom of the screen on YouTube. Click join, boom, you're in. Let me know your Discord name. We'll get you access to all of those trading charts, strategies, indicators, trade alerts, trading bots. You name it, we got you covered on it. It's pretty bullish. And Chart Prime, AI, trading bot should be up and running pretty soon as well. Integration with Weex into the Discord as well. So we're dialing up the we're building in the bear market, as many people don't bother. We're getting things dialed in and ready to go. All right. Just my opinion. Okay. Just my opinion. Hey, hi, low. All good. Yeah. It feels like it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice little setup here. And again, this breakout with the retest here, definitely showing some strength, definitely showing some bullish momentum right now. I need to get rid of this. This indicator is kind of annoying. I'm just going to bring the EMAs back up. Because it's just a bit easier to see. I need to play around with some of these. So 20 is yellow. Red was the 50. Keep that as blue. And the 200 was purple, wasn't it? There we go. There we go. Just makes my life a bit easier. Makes my life a little bit easier. Okay. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a nice little breakout here on BTC. And like I said, the broader altcoin market is breaking out as well, man. Sui looks like it might drop below $1, so we are seeing a little bit of sell pressure coming in right now. Again, look at that wick down there on the 5-minute there on Bitcoin. Definitely heading back down. Maybe the lower retest here, 68,870. Does it push back to the upside? Key area. Look, maybe a little bounce off there. Trade within that channel. There's a little bounce goes. Very interesting indeed, Mr. Watson. Very interesting indeed. Okay. I see a lot of people just like posting random stuff on X and nothing really super crazy. So no one's really sort of got a view. Nvidia, obviously, everyone's kind of just gone crazy, but yeah, buying Bitcoin extreme fear pays off in 2 to 4 years, but doesn't matter much if holding longer than that. There you go. We've seen that before. Bitwise released something that said, hey, if you buy Bitcoin and hold it, generally speaking, for multiple years, then, then that tends to be a little bit better. Someone's telling me Jane Street deleted all of their X posts. Wow. I mean, maybe the Jane Street things like the big Black Swan event. I mean, it kind of feels crazy if that is true, but interesting. Interesting. Jane Street, the problem. All right, everybody. All right. Okay, Bitcoin holding up pretty well. Michael Saylor predicts the future of progression for Bitcoin. Yeah, well, of course he does. Of course he does. Thoughts on Fog Swap? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Is it like a new DeFi play or something? But I've never heard of it, so I don't really have an opinion on it, unfortunately. Thoughts on silver? My view on silver, I've stayed and remained exactly the same, that I think it's a FOMO buy, and I think people are going to get dunked on. And we said this yesterday. Maybe silver rallies again. Maybe gold does rally again. I mean, interesting there. W pattern on silver could push higher. Needs to break above around $92 for me to kind of be in a world of saying, hey, I definitely think it could be starting to move to the upside. But it wouldn't surprise me if silver doesn't dump. Wouldn't surprise me if gold. Think about it, right? Bitcoin's going crazy. Risk markets are skyrocketing. US equities are booming and gold's up 0.4%. All right. I mean, gold's still in the breakout. Did get the retest there on that bull flag. So maybe gold goes a bit higher. I mean, we did say, look, could it go back to a potential retest of all-time high? Maybe. Maybe. Do I think it stays there? No. I mean, gold futures will look pretty flat. 2.4. Sorry, 0.9. Silver a little bit higher. But watch out for the $92 range on silver. That could be a strong rejection zone. Yeah, it could be a strong rejection zone. So we'll see. We will see, everybody. We will see. Think we'll ever see another GameStop style situation? Probably not. I mean, we never saw one before, did we? Doesn't mean that you wouldn't get like pushes in the market, but yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you think about how that all sort of played through. like once something's happened, it's like the Big Short, isn't it? You know, like mortgages and 120% equity mortgages. Will it ever happen again? No, because everyone's sort of aware of it and people can kind of see what's going on. So, you know, if you think about the potential of that happening again, people just won't do it, because what the big thing was, the big hedge funds, the big corporate entities that were selling were assuming that they could sell, dump the price. And the problem was you just had people just buying and buying and buying and buying on the back of it. You know, that's a hard thing to get. I mean, if you think about it, in theory, you could do it with something like Bitcoin. You could do it with any altcoin, but not enough people are going to be in a world where they're going to be prepared to do it. And the difference was, I think you had naivety. People didn't really know what was going on. They were just in this whole, like, oh my God, have you seen GameStop? You should buy some. It's going to be crazy. Like, you know, I mean, if we get like the 2027-8 bull market where everyone's like FOMOing the living crap out of Bitcoin, then we could probably get something like that. But I think it's unlikely. Ow, look at that. Look at that. A big scratch on my arm. I think it's unlikely. Just my opinion anyway, for what it's worth. For what it's worth, so. Right, anything else going on here? Geiger Capital. Michael Saylor predicts the future of programmable digital credit will be on Solana, Ethereum, Binance, and Coinbase. All right, Michael Saylor, bullish. Bullish, if you ask me. Bitcoin by the fear. Okay, yeah, I looked at that. I'm not looking at it again. So, yeah, it's dominated by NVIDIA. Everyone's like, oh my God, NVIDIA's going to go to the moon. NVIDIA, baby. Buy more NVIDIA. Vitalik with his upgrade. Nice. Google searches for buy Bitcoin have surged to their highest level in 5 years. The FOMO is real. Alert, a hacker reportedly used Anthropic's Claude AI to identify vulnerabilities and steal about 150 gigabytes of sensitive Mexican government details. Wow. I looked at that, by the way. Does anyone actually have like ClaudeBot running? Has anyone like integrated it or have it running? Like, I looked at it. It looks insane and super dangerous. People are like, oh yeah, just buy a Mac Mini and run it on. You're like, holy crap. If I have to put it onto a separate computer, I ain't buying anything. Like, I'm not buying something crazy like that. It's wild. But yeah, I'm curious. Does anyone actually have a ClaudeBot? I realize you guys can't type in the chat, but I can see you guys on TikTok, so. Does anyone have is it ClaudeBot? I think it's ClaudeBot. I mean, it's wild. It's like crazy talk. Crazy talk, if you ask me. Anyway. Pretty wild. Right. 300 billion injected back into the crypto markets today. Let's go. Let's go. Justin, Senate Democrats are meeting today to advance Crypto Market Structure Bill, Clarity Act. I mean, I thought it was March 1st that we'd had that announcement. Tomorrow we get allegedly Zach XBT's big reveal of who that is. Traders price deeper Fed cut cycle. I mean, what's this? This could be interesting. Let's take a look at this real quick. Traders are betting the Fed will keep cutting interest rates well into 2027. Until recently, markets expected the Fed to start raising rates again in 2027. The view now is flipped. Futures markets are pricing in more cuts, not hikes, driven by growing fears that AI will destroy jobs faster than the economy can replace them. Some traders are even in position for rates to fall as low as 2% by year end of 2026, down from 3.75% today. Will the Fed be forced to aggressively cut this year? Thoughts on a postcard, everybody? Thoughts on a postcard. What's US inflation, by the way? Just purely out of curiosity. 0.9% on US inflation. Even that number's insane, isn't it? Even that number's freaking insane, everybody. Pretty wild, if you ask me. Pretty wild. Okay, right. Well, I mean, BTC up 7.5% of the day is a pretty epic move, if you ask me. You also got many altcoins now performing double-digit numbers, and there's probably a number of millions of reasons why, you know, crypto's doing what crypto's doing. But as always, you know, we keep it locked in on the channel here. We can keep it dialed in so we know exactly what is going on. So like I said, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, then you definitely should consider doing so. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, you've liked listening to my soothing and delightful voice, then look, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I highly recommend being part of what we're doing. And again, that could be joining our totally free Discord. That could be becoming a channel member here. We offer loads of cool stuff as well. So, you know, just my opinion. How do you think we're bullish and missed the live? I think today we're bullish. I don't think sentiment's changed though at all. By the way, I'm very much not in the world of, you know, oh, Bitcoin's going to the friggin' moon. I'm not like, yeah, we're pumping. All right, cool. Do I think that it's, you know, sending us to new all-time highs? Not just yet. Not just yet. But like they always say, you got to play the room. I've got on a short at 69.4. Lucky Roo. Man, looks like that short's playing out for you right now. Yeah, look, lost the support line. So yeah, anyone who shorted this, like we said, looks like it's doing a pretty good story. Looks like it's doing a pretty good story. So yeah, kudos and shout out to everybody that's absolutely all over it. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we've definitely seen these big wicks again. So lower support, lose the lower support, 68.5. We're probably going down a bit more. Do you know what I mean? That probably ends this sort of crazy room that we've had. Volume is dying off a little bit, so you want to be mindful just of that, by the way, because yeah, volume is definitely slowing down right now. So, you know, could indicate that this sort of move's just losing a little bit of momentum. It's just starting to get, you know, a little bit on the quiet side. So, you know, worth being very much aware, in my opinion. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Good. It just, oh yeah, it just whipped up on my screen saying waiting for mobile stream to begin. It's definitely something to do with my mobile stream, I think. Definitely feels like it's something to do with that. So anyway, everybody, right. I am going to get out of here. I haven't eaten any dinner. I haven't spoken to my missus. I haven't basically done anything other than drive and come onto this live stream. So, I may jump over to Waddy's live stream on TikTok. I'm going to grab some food real quick. Because normally we do the Wednesday show today, but obviously I'm super like wired and wiped out. And yeah, so I'm not actually sure we're doing it, but I may jump across to Waddy's live stream on TikTok if he's live. I don't know if he is. If not, then look, we may do something tomorrow. We may do something the day after. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm going to go and grab some food, and I'm going to grab a little bit. You know, maybe I go live at 11 o'clock. I don't know. But I need to grab some food. I feel like I probably need to do that. But yeah, Vern, is Waddy live? If Waddy's live, then it might be good fun to jump onto his live stream just for see what he's doing. But I don't know if he is or not. But yeah, but if Waddy's live, I might jump across there and let you know. But as always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We're back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Vern, maybe we do it tomorrow. Maybe we do. Maybe we go live on TikTok tomorrow night. That might be quite good fun. It's been pretty quiet on TikTok tonight, in fairness. YouTube's been pretty hot, but TikTok feels quiet. So yeah, anyway, hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Big stream tonight, 2,200 views. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate you guys. As always, we'll be back tomorrow night with all the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. So don't fade it. And always keep your eyes on the prize, because it never know when it's about to skyrocket. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Catch you soon.